Petermen with O'Shea and Southern on the Crestview Keizer finger setup entrapment, whatever they're going to call it. Because originally in Free by the Sea, when they put the warrant out for me, my tooth was supposed to hurt so bad I was supposed to get fucking pain pills for it free. Cross from Oregon back into Washington, right? Well, now if with my broken finger, I got on Keizer Insurance with Kevin, who ran Crestview, who got me on it. When Rebecca said she got set up by that before I broke my finger, the reason she said that why she took me out and then I broke my finger after is because she thought I would go to the emergency room and then I could get pain pills and then Chris Peterman could lie about every time I've ever been to the emergency room since I was a kid and since he was a lawyer and say that I was medication racketeering. So she said she got set up by that because I actually got taken to a real finger specialist. I had a broken knuckle. I have the paperwork on it right here in my house. I sent it out to Audrey. Fucking, I have that shit here, right here. Besides that, she was trying to get me on narcotic medication because Chris Peterman couldn't get me for my olanzapine and my other medications because everyone was saying olanzapine was a non-narcotic. So they thought they could use my broken finger to get me up to an emergency room and say I racketeer off emergency rooms. That was supposed to set me up for getting pancreatitis. Instead, Crestview and Keizer sent me to a real finger specialist. And like I said, back to the other guy who had the skateboard waiting room and shit. And they got set up because wanted it so he could look like with the Dent team that Michael O'Shea was working with the Scent team out in Columbia County. And that way they could arrest Joshua Pond, who was actually all of their testimony in court, which is nothing but intimidation and racketeering against people that they don't even know because they're scared to meet them without being able to intimidate and racketeer off those people and have power to intimidate and racketeer off those people. Tiffany O'Shea and Chris Peterman are scared to meet them without immunity, and they're scared to not have me racketeer off emergency rooms to get narcotic medications because that's a big thing for Chris Peterman's. I'm an informant and I should have immunity, and I know everything about Danny, Chad, Lyle Boom, Dave Boom, John Hassler, Don Hassler, and Patricia O'Neill. And I know everything about how he got the inheritance and all of that. That's a real big fucking talking point for Chris Peterman, Rebecca Southers, and Michael O'Shea to say they got entrapped by the finger setup by Crestview and say that the Free by the Sea setup was supposed to help them get me in a Portland emergency room with a warrant and then racketeer off narcotic opioid medication for the pancreatitis that I got.